Hello Darts Nutz and welcome to Darts Review channel, and I'm doing a review of another set of Fighter darts here, but these are a little bit special because it's the first Fighter set that I've reviewed which are steel tip. These are the Gemini Steel, and they're a signature barrel of an Austrian player called Christian Kallinger, and they're a 90% tungsten and they weigh 22 grams. They're only available in 22 in steel, but there's also a 21 and a 19 gram in soft tip, and these retail for $113, which is around about £89, so it's not cheap, but most of that is because of the weak pound at the moment. The pound is so weak, whereas before the Fighter darts were costing around about I think it was 60 or 70 pounds, so it's increased a lot. But the Fighter brand is made in Korea and they're made from a high quality tungsten, and they also have a really nice shine to the barrels. I don't know how they get them so shiny, but when you get a set they kind of have like an iridescent sheen on the barrels, but you probably can't see that on the camera, but in the like daylight it's like a rainbow effect across the surface of the barrel. But like I said, these are the first steel tip that I've tried from Fighter, and I'm pretty hopeful that they're going to be perfectly match weighted as well. So let's get on with the review and find out. Oh, and while I remember, I've put a kind of a video index in the description, so that if you need to like fast forward to any particular section on the review, you can just click on the link in the description and it should hopefully take you to that section. Woohoo! Alright, let's have a look at the darts then. As usual, they come in the very neat Fighter packaging. It's got a cardboard sleeve and you've got this very nice metal case, very plush and kind of luxuriously looking, and inside you've got the barrels. These look really nice actually, and it's nice to be handling a set of Fighter steel tip darts for the first time, and they're fitted with some short nylon stems, and you've got your Fighter signature flights. The darts are fitted with a black coated point, and as for the barrel shape, it's kind of a difficult one to describe. I'm probably liken it more to a teardrop kind of shape. On the front section you've got this kind of a beveled knife edge grip with a kind of a flat bull nose, and it goes up into this wider section here, these diamond cuts and the Fighter logo. Feels a little bit too small, that section there, but it's not too bad there for my front grip. Maybe if it was a little bit wide I'd probably feel a little bit more comfortable there. And on this section here it's kind of a very edgy thin cut ring grip, but the rings kind of like step down into the grooves. It's like another ring in between. I'd say that's definitely high level, that section. Very grippy indeed. And it also feels very comfortable there to hold, because it kind of slopes down a little bit, but it's not quite on the rear as on some of the darts have been from Fighter. I'd say definitely closer to the middle, so it could be a nice one for middle and rear grippers again, but like I said, it didn't feel too bad with my front grip there. And as you move along the barrel, get back into focus, you've got this kind of well, it's not exactly sharp grip because it's got rings above the edges. Don't really know what kind of grip you would call that. Very neatly done, but it gets thinner as it goes towards the end, and then on the very end you've got a smooth section. But once again, it's a lovely looking barrel from Fighter, and I'm just amazed at how much of a shine they get on the surface of the tungsten. You probably can't see it on the camera, but there's a kind of iridescence to it. I think it's the light playing off the tungsten, almost like a rainbow effect. And then you've got your short nylon stems and the see-through Bulls Fighter flights. The darts are fitted with a 25mm point. It's got a flat bull nose to the barrel, and it's got this kind of wavy grip at the front of 11.3mm. Then you've got a section which is mostly smooth with the diamond cuts and the thin rings, that's 6.2mm wide. Then a smooth section with the Bulls Fighter logo, that's 6.09mm wide. Then you've got this thin cut ring grip with kind of internal rings that are stepped down and wide grooves in between, that's 13mm wide. And then you've got a kind of a sharp grip with rings above it, that's 9.1mm wide, and then a smaller version of that of 4mm wide. Then a smooth section at the rear of the barrel of 3.8mm. The length is 53.5mm and the width is 7.09mm. The barrel is also drilled out a long way at 26.36mm. So that one is 22.09 grams. And 22.09 grams. And 22.1 grams. Oh, 22.09. So perfectly matched again from Bulls Fighter, and the setup as supplied is 23.7 grams, 23.69 grams. With nothing attached, the balance point is very much front weighted, and with the supplied setup it's pretty much exactly in the same spot. And this is the balance point with medium, in between, short and extra short stems. I'm holding the dart right on the taper of the barrel. It feels nice to hold it there, it's a little bit short. If it was a little bit longer there, I think my grip would feel a bit more comfortable. Darts feel very nicely balanced though. Off there, corrected it. But yeah, it's quite a nice dart to throw. I think I know why it's so well balanced though. It's because it's drilled out nearly, probably maybe half the length of the barrel, or maybe a little bit more than half the length. So a lot of the weight is quite towards the front of the barrel, especially with it being chunkier there as well. So it's suiting my front grip. But the only thing is, I don't always get on with little tapers. It just depends, but that wasn't too bad at all. I'm going to try the middle grip now. So as a middle, well, somewhere around there. Let's see what this is like. That last one was terrible, but the first two were very smooth through the air. Too high. I know it's not my natural grip as usual, but I think I could probably get more used to that. It's not too far away from my natural front grip. Spun it. Could be a nice start for a middle gripper actually. I'll give it a try in the rear now. So I'm not exactly right on the end of the barrel, but quite close to the end. Yeah, definitely feels awkward. But I wasn't getting a lot of spin, which I normally do from the rear. And like I say, it's not my natural grip, so I'm sure it's going to work better for a natural rear gripper. Well, those three were flying a little bit better. Last go from the rear, nearly dropped the dart. That last one, I couldn't get my finger on the front like I normally do to stabilise it. Got a little bit more spin there, but could definitely work well for a rear gripper. So there you go, Bulls Fighter Gemini 22g steel tip. I quite like these a lot. The only thing, like I said, was I would probably make that a little bit wider, because as it is I'm kind of gripping that sort of like with the edge of my thumb, so I'm getting the occasional dart that's flicking a little bit. Like I've said before, I don't always get on with tapers, but because of the balance of this dart, it's really nice to throw, and it wasn't flying too bad from that grip as well, so could probably get used to that grip. From the rear it's a little bit too far away from me, but could be okay for natural rear grippers if you like a slightly front weighted barrel. And first steel tip darts from Bulls Fighter that I've tried, and I'm pleasantly surprised, but as usual the quality is second to none. The barrels are just exquisitely machined and they have that lovely polished look to the tungsten. Really nice darts, but of course the UK pound is so weak that the price point is quite a premium, and basically that's the only thing that's spoiling it really. If they were around about £60 I'd say buy them straight away, definitely, but at the current price point it's a little bit too expensive at £90, but there you go, sometimes you've got to pay for quality. So that's the end of the review, thanks for watching.